cannot believe that I am showing you my attic in this way, but at the same time, it is not going to get cleaned up before I move, so this just is what it is. I'm going to show you. Normally, we have kept it way neater than this, but again, in the chaos of showing our house 17 times in the last month, and just all the organizational challenges of moving and also taking a vacation, I have thrown stuff up here and it has been chaos. So I keep extra tax files and things up here in these containers. These are just extra boxes for moving. Sorry for the noise of whining kiddos. My husband has put flooring everywhere you possibly can up here, which we have told that reduces our energy efficiency because he put it on top of this blow-in insulation. So they told us that it would be better if we put the rollout insulation down if we were going to put down this floor. But you know what? It's worked for us, and I would rather pay. I mean, we had to have the storage, so you know, that is what it is. It's hard to crawl over here, so I'm not going to, but I can and garden. And so I have all my canning jars all up in here, which I have not canned in a while, so it's getting kind of full because when we use a can, I bring it up here and I organize them. So I have these, you can see it on the ceiling there are papers sticking everywhere, and they'll say quart jars, pint jars, jelly jars, and so I try to stack the right canning jars underneath so we can come up here real fast and say, oh, I need a wide mouth mason jar because I'm making yogurt and I want them to put it in that. I can run up here and get that real quick. And then I just have some extra canning supplies thing, my little food mill and my water bath canner set up here. And those shelves are just extras that I'm keeping around in case I decide to reorganize those kind of things. Noah, would you please be quiet? Sorry for the noise. And those are our baby beds because one day I hope to have a house that I can use that again in case, if we ever have more children. Who knows? Only God knows that, right? He built even on the other side of our air conditioning unit a little platform, and it holds our camping chairs and that kind of thing. And then he built a platform up here, which used to have stairs built over it, and but when we had to put a new air conditioning unit, and so our stairs didn't fit anymore because it's a bigger unit. But anyhow, so now we don't have stairs, so we just have to step up here or get a stool or something. So I'm not going to climb up here. We just bought these containers, so they're sitting in the way. We're going to use some stuff to move and pack things away to store. But I also keep this pretty organized, though it may not look like it. These are some maternity clothes, I think. But then back in here we have a little section for baby equipment that we're not using. We stick up here like the baby swing there, and there's my bassinet right there, and then we keep camping equipment in that center section. So that's what that is. But if you see these banker boxes, and they are all numbered, this is something really, really helpful, because when you have to store things away, you forget where they were, you know, which box is it in, or you could label the box, but there's a million things in there, and that's just hard to do. So I have, again, my camera's not focusing, but I have banker's boxes that I just number. And then I have this little file card system, and this I think I got for $1 at Big Lots. I bought little dividers. Hang on a minute, let me deal with this crying child. Okay, I'm sorry about that, but you may hear some more noise. I've got kids in the background, I'm sorry, and when I open the attic, everybody wants to come up because the attic is a cool place. So anyway, in this box, I keep these little index cards, and I labeled it Box 1. I have phonics curriculum in, and I know it is not ideal to store books in the attic. I have no other place, but you could do this. I mean, it doesn't have to be books. It can be anything. It can be dishes that you only use at Thanksgiving, and you don't want to clutter your cabinets with it, or just anything. But label your box, and then on the index card, and then put in it the different books that you have. And then what I do, if you see this little dash minus sign right here, I mark it with that when I have taken a book out. And that way, when I get done with that year, for example, if it's you know, a phonics book that I'm using for kindergarten, and now they're in first grade, then I need to put it back away because I don't have room on the bookshelf to keep it out. So I know exactly where to put it, and then I will erase that minus. So definitely write in pencil so that you can change what's in here. Every once in a while I'll go through and say, you know what, I haven't used that curriculum in a long time. I don't think I'm going to ever use it again. I have something else I like better. And so I can just erase it. I don't know why I'm losing my voice. I'm so sorry. But I can just erase it and take it out, and then I put up here more room. If I have a little more room in the box, then I can stick something else. Because otherwise I come up here and expect to put something in there, and then I can't, and hey, it's hot up here, and it's a lot of work to unstack boxes and all that and find it. But this has been so valuable. I just can't tell you how much time this has saved me to do this. And, I got the idea from a book that I don't remember the author's name, so I don't know why I'm mentioning it. If I remember it, I'll tell you in a minute. Maybe Emily Barnes. Emily Barnes, that's her name. So yeah, we just have boxes for grammar. Some boxes, don't have. They have miscellaneous. I have a miscellaneous box that I just keep whatever doesn't fit in a category, like sheet protectors and some extra notebooks and things like that. And so, wonderful idea. I can take this in the car with me even just to save time and take a little notebook. And when I'm trying to gather what I need for the next year of school, I can work on this while we drive. We live an hour away from our church, so I can take this with me and get something done while I drive. Gotta do what you gotta do to make time. Okay, so then my husband also built these. Try to step back here without falling out of the attic. He built these shelves to slide Rubbermaid bins, and he built them right over our ductwork so that we weren't interfering with any of that. And I have one bin per clothing size, and I have done bad and let it overflow and put it in a trash bag and labeled it, like, for example, this is size 7, maybe thrown a trash bag up here also with size 7, but that just is chaotic. I don't like it, and I am trying to pare down because I don't need more clothes than that. I've lived often in the fear mentality of, well, what if I need it? I don't know how many children I'm going to have, or I have 6 boys, so what if they wear it out and then I can save this outfit too, even though I have too many, because then when they wear one out, I have another one ready. But I think I just need to trust God more. He's given me the space that He has given me, and so I am being wise by keeping what I can in these containers. But to go further out and hoard is just wrong. I can share it with someone else that might can use it and bless them, or sell it at a consignment sale and use that money to purchase clothes and shoes that I do need. So that's kind of where I have gotten with that, and just trusting God to provide. And believe me, He always has, because we have loads and loads and loads of clothes and shoes up here, very few of which we have bought. We do buy a lot of our kids' shoes. I'll keep what people give me because sometimes they work, but our kids have kind of wide and fat feet, so a lot of times I have to buy shoes. But I also keep a keepsake container for each one. I keep their first outfit that they came home from the hospital in, and little papers and things that they've drawn and want to save. And I know someday we'll probably go through it and throw away a lot of it, but for now, if it's something really important, we just, okay, you can keep it in your keepsakes. When we get diaper orders, I got an incredible deal on diapers on Prime Day, and so I bought all that I was allowed to buy that they would let you do, and I stick them in the attic. Diapers aren't going to go bad in the attic, and so when we run out in the closet, I come up here and get some more. Same thing with paper towels. I buy a big thing of paper towels at Sam's. I don't have anywhere down in the house to keep it, so I throw it up here in the attic and keep a couple rolls down in the kitchen, and when we need more, we come up and restock. Same thing, toilet paper. I buy huge packs of toilet paper, throw them in the attic, and keep what I can underneath the cabinets, and whatever doesn't fit goes in the attic. We come up here and get more. So our attic door gets opened and shut a lot, and we actually did have to replace the door because we opened and shut it so much. And we got this nice new one with these, I don't know what you call these hinges, but they open and shut really well. So I would definitely say that's awesome. We got the metal ladder because that's all that Lowe's had at the time. It would fit our space, but I do not like the metal ladder. It hurts your feet. We climb up here barefoot all the time. I like the wooden ladder better, just to be honest with you. But the hinges are what's awesome. So again, we have a bin per size. And we have some overflow stuff of boxes of hangers right now that I don't get rid of hangers until it gets too excessive, which, it's too excessive. But I just sold a lot of clothes at a consignment sale, and I needed the hangers to be able to sell the clothes, so I've saved some of that kind of stuff. He installed a hanging bar here, and I started hanging out of season coats so I could come up here real quick and see, okay, we need a size whatever, which I don't have all our coats hanging. I was hoping to get to that, but since we're moving, I'm not going to do that. I had a coat container, but coats are so fluffy. They take up tons of space in here. It just didn't make sense to keep them in containers, so I will do this again probably and hang them because you can stuff on a hanging bar better than you can stuff coats in a container because they will pop the lid off with their fluff. He built me, a hanging bar that we had up fell when our inspector came to inspect the house, and he knocked our bar down. Didn't clean it up. That was not nice of him because he scattered hangers all over the floor. But anyway, he built these little bookshelves, which the one thing I wish it was that they were farther apart because we wear a lot of mud boots, and as you can see, of course right here we could have set these up, but they don't always, and when you get in bigger sizes, they don't stack here. But we built these shelves when we had smaller children, and they look excessive. I mean, like, oh wow, all this space. Well, it's full now. In fact, we just went through and got rid of probably 5 trash bags because shoes don't last too long in the attic. But I mean, like, we would have space in a closet to keep these downstairs to pass down. So, they last for 1 or 2 kids more, and then the attic will make them brittle and fall apart, and we just have to throw them away. But like I said, at least it usually lasts for 2 or 3 kids, and I label with a piece of masking tape the size underneath, and I also keep a little cardboard divider that I have just folded, whatever cheap cardboard works. So on the right side of this one are size 6, and then I know to the left are size 5s, and that way I can come up here and literally we just go shopping in our attic. So somebody says, oh, my shoes don't fit anymore. Okay, well, let's go up in the attic and see what we have, and if we don't have anything, then we go to Rack Room because they have buy one, get one half off, and that turned out pretty well. But I have learned also, just in streamlining things, I like for my boys to wear khaki pants and brown shoes. I don't want to own a ton of pair of shoes, so if we can do that and make it work, that's what we do. If we have a lot of black pants, okay, I'll buy them a pair of black shoes because somebody gave us loads of black clothing or whatever. But for the most part, we just buy a pair of brown shoes, khaki pants, and rotate the dress shirts. Or blue pants work too with that. But again, a little hanging bar, so I can come up here and grab a hanger quick if one breaks downstairs. And then we have, this is actually over our porch. And when we moved in, all we had was that tiny little space where the air conditioner sits. That was the only attic space there was. And he's added this, he's added flooring there, he's added all this flooring here, and now he added flooring over the porch. And this is a really hard fit to get these containers through here, but believe it or not, we make it work. I feel sorry for him when he moves containers for me to change clothes for seasons and sizes. So again, we keep the girls over in this section and the boys over in that section. So each container is labeled girl or boy. And then this is where I'm talking about. I have thrown up size 3. People have given me stuff, and there is already a container full of size 3s. And I need to go through this and pare it down to 1 container per size because I have a lot of stuff that I don't even like. Never looked good on my girls. One of my girls, she's not fat, but she's just a bigger build. And I've been given a lot of skinny clothes, which never fit her. They look horrible on her. And so we just need to go through and pare down and get rid of those. I don't think I'll ever have a girl that's super skinny. And then fit it all in one. And that is my goal for this afternoon to do, so that when we move, we're not moving bags of clothes. We're only moving containers of clothes and can stack them in a storage facility until we have a bigger house. And so then over here, this is our toy storage. It used to be slam full, but like I said, I taught my kids into selling stuff in hopes that we can buy something more fun for our family to do. We've talked about even doing a jet ski if we can get enough money. It'll take a couple years probably of saving and selling, and just buy a used one that maybe has something wrong with the engine, because my husband can do work on that, and that's how we end up getting nice things. We got a 4-wheeler for like $100 because it had a bad something bad on the motor or something, or transmission. And my husband totally rebuilt it for not very much money, and now we have a nice four-wheeler that we can do our farm work with, go back and feed chickens and pigs and all that. And it's been a blessing. And so we were talking recently about how much we would love to have a jet ski. Wouldn't that be fun? Not that we have a pond or a lake or anything, but we can take days off to go do fun stuff as a family, and it's not involving things but time spent together. And so that's partly why we decided to just sell a lot of stuff. We'd rather do things like that and spend time together rather than time on our stuff. And I know that's doing something. It is a thing, but it's one thing. And that's a lot of time that we can invest in each other, and more so than playing with toys that aren't going to get played with that often, honestly. I think I'm going to sell that kitchen set. Don't have anywhere to put it. And then someday, if we have a big enough house, I'll probably get her a IKEA little wooden kitchen set. I like that better anyway. It looks more realistic. Keep things, some extra toys and stuffed animals and things in there that we switch out, baby dolls, blocks, train sets. There's some kitchen things, and that's all we have. Have extra. That's my walker, because that's only going to get used every once in a while. And then a extra high chair that I don't have a spot for, but I hope to refinish that again. I have refinished it once, but it needs to be done again. And hopefully I will move that into a new house someday, if I need two high chairs at that point. Again, you never know when God's going to say you're done, and we're not going to have any more kids. But so that's my attic tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's messy and kind of crazy. I'm pouring sweat now because it's still hot up here. Better get down. But thanks for watching. I hope this encourages somebody that you can make things work where you are. Oh yeah, he even put in, there wasn't all this lighting either. He strung all this wire and did all this. And if you don't know how to do things, hey, YouTube it. Be careful, obviously, with electrical stuff, but you can learn so much. Don't have the mentality, well, I don't know how to do that, or my husband doesn't do that. It's not that big of a deal to learn how to cut a piece of plywood to put on the floor. To get some 2x4s for some bracing. Ask somebody, learn. Don't just say, I can't do that, I don't know how. He wasn't born knowing this stuff. He's not a carpenter by trade. He's just paid attention to people. He's learned. He's watched his dad when his dad would do things. He and my brother replaced our air conditioner unit. Neither one of them are AC people. They've learned. Just be encouraged by that, and hopefully you're encouraged by ways to make it work. I could do better, and you know what? If you have ideas for me, though we're moving, put the ideas in the comments, because I'm going to have another house someday, and I don't want to have a huge house either. I want to have enough that I can put bunk beds and everybody can have a twin bed and not be on crib mattresses sliding under, but I don't want a huge house. I want to have a house that we can maintain and take care of, and I want to have less stuff. And I still am going to go through this attic, and I will probably get rid of a lot of the things that are up here, maybe as much as 50%, who knows. But I want to get rid of it. I don't want to pay to store it. I don't want to take my time on my things to have to take care of them. If you need encouragement for that, I encourage you to look up Joshua Becker on YouTube. He has a great one about spiritualism, materialism, I think, and minimalism or something like that. And it was just a real encouragement to me. You should look it up. Anyway, long enough video. Thanks for watching. Please leave your comments of what you like, don't like, or ideas for me. Please don't leave nasty comments, because you know what? I'm not good at videoing, but I'm doing this to help people out, and again, for my remembrance. So I know it's less than perfect, but thanks for watching.